What's up, guys? I really Ghost Guy here. We are back, and today I wanted to talk about the new war, the sentience, especially the new sentient tile set that will inevitably be coming at some point, and Bayless and the room he was staying in specifically. But we obviously know there's a sentient presence that is in slowly creeping into Warframe in terms of, we saw it in the War Within, Second Dream. Anyways, we saw this new sentient presence. We also saw the mimics and whatnot with the was it the sacrifice? Yeah, there was nothing in the apostasy prologue, but we saw the sentience in the mimics, which was interesting. And we also, in the past, have seen some details, whether it be concept or whatever, of some additional sentience and the sentient tile set. Some of you guys may not know because a lot of this stuff doesn't get passed around or talked about all that much. Because we didn't really know exactly where Warframe was kind of going for some of these different concepts, but now we do know. And just a example of this are the Tenno ships, the spaceships that we will be flying in the future. Now, I'm not really going to go into depth about these because that's not what this video is about, but back in 2017 at TennoCon, we saw the Tenno ship concept designs, which you can see here, which now obviously is a work in progress thing for our ability to explore space with these awesome new ships. So we've seen some of this stuff before, just some people may not realize it or know it. But when it comes to the sentience, obviously this whole new war thing that's coming our way with the Lotus, there's going to be spoilers in here, guys. Speculations pretty much always include spoilers, so but the Lotus coming through with her sentient body getting all in our grill, being like, yeah, we're going to war basically, so get ready. Yeah, that's not good. But we do have from TennoCon 2017, once again, these sentient outposts, sentient tile sets that we will be seeing in the future at some point. This first one you'll be seeing looks like a giant sentient, kind of looks like a ship, like it could be meant to travel, but it also seems like it could just be like like an orbiting or just like a stationary base for these sentients. And this thing looks super cool and menacing. But from what we heard at TennoCon 2017 is that we at some point will be visiting these places and fighting them similar to the way we fight some of the current, like Grineer ships, Corpus ships. Now, I'm under the impression with our ability at some point to fly through space with those ships I was talking to you about, that maybe we will be boarding or attacking these ships similar to the way we saw ourselves boarding that Corpus ship in TennoCon 2018. So that's very interesting. But this first outpost looks crazy. Expect something like this in the future. But we've also seen almost as though there are these pieces of sentient ship or outposts scattered throughout space somewhere that we could also be visiting, similar to the way we visit planets or spaceships, like I was talking about before. We have outposts such as this one, which looks like just like a giant cross section of what could have been a ship that was, a sentient ship or something that was blown apart, or maybe it is the creation of a new sentient ship or outpost that is slowly building itself. Because if you guys have played the Chimera prologue or have seen it, obviously spoiler kind of territory, as we've seen Bayless being pretty much like converted, is like his body has been converted and mutated into this sentient life form. So this thing grows, this thing builds itself to some degree, and we could also see these outposts being like a base that's slowly being constructed by these sentient life forms. And there's going to be more proof to back that up here in just a moment. But I just want to show you again another outpost that we've seen of, it looks very similar to either a ship or sentient outpost that's been destroyed and there's still remnants of it around, or this could be the brand new design or start of a brand new base or outpost. However, from what we've heard, that these sentients will go out and collect and harvest these ships, these corpus ships, Grineer ships, planets, whatever these sentients can consume and harvest into their own life form. It's possible that these sentients are just gonna pick this thing back up and reattach it, or just bring it in to become a new piece of just a larger entity. And when I'm talking a larger entity, we're going to look at this giant sentient outpost, this giant sentient ship, I'm assuming. And this, from what I was told, is on a massive scale, to the point where you can see right up in the middle this thing that looks almost like a mouth, like it's like a duck bill or beak, whatever, that would be able to open up, or or maybe below it, this giant cavern opening would be able to pass over a ship, or over even a planet, or like maybe small moons or something, some sort of entity. And the sentients that reside within this outpost, or maybe even this gigantic sentient itself, has the capabilities of stripping this ship or this planet of its resources, or just manipulating it and digesting it in some way, shape, or form to construct itself, which is a fascinating kind of idea. And like I said, this is kind of further supported by the idea that Baelus is being turned, he's being transformed into this sentient. And who's to say the sentients can't do this to other life forms, to other things? That's fascinating to me, and I feel like that's the way these things are going. Now, with all of that said, this new sentient outpost stuff that we will, I'm sure, be seeing, whether it's the point in time where we can start exploring space, or it's after that, or it's in the new war, you can expect to see ourselves raiding or attacking these sentients, similar to the way we do now, or similar to the way we saw in TennoCon 2018. So now that that's been explained, we did mention Baelus just a little bit, and the idea of him being converted. What I am interested in talking about on that is, in this Chimera prologue, we were, to some degree, separated from our operator, sort of. It seemed like the man on the wall? This is something that I'm still kind of speculating on, but we were able to somehow see, using our operator's transference or something, being able to see Baelus. And at the time, Baelus had been spouting off on all sorts of stuff, which I talked about in another video, but spouting off on all sorts of stuff of, being tricked by the Lotus and the sentients, and how he was made a mistake and he was blinded, and Lotus is evil, and he created this sword for us, a sentient destroying sword. And like I said, I've talked about this in another video, but what I do want to mention is, of course, Baelus is being changed, being converted, but the room he is staying in, this room that he is what appears to be trapped in, is very sentient in nature, and you can't really see the end of it, which is very interesting. I'm under the impression that we were able to gain some sort of insight into a sentient ship of some sort, or sentient outpost of some sort. and Baelus may be held there against his will. There's also speculations that maybe Baelus is using us again, but I mean, come on, he's Orokin. He was all about his perfect Orokin figure and body and all that stuff, and here he is being transformed into a sentient. I don't really buy the idea that he's happy with his situation right now. Especially with the way he was talking. It could be a trick. Could it also be, him just trying to, get some pity out of us? I don't know, but he's obviously not in a good mood, and this ship seems like this is his jail cell. And part of me has wondered, is he being kept alive for information or what? Because as far as we know, the hive mind mentality of these sentients is that if Baelus was converted to a sentient, they would just know what he knows. So is that what they're waiting for? That's kind of a speculation all on its own, which I want to go into in another video. But this room itself, I just wanted to touch base and talk about this room is sentient in nature, for as far as I can tell. It is endless. It seems like, it looks like he is being held captive. Where exactly is Baelus at this point in time? Obviously, you guys have seen some pictures. You guys can probably make a better educated guess than before. I would love to hear what you guys think. I would love to hear what your guys' speculations as well as to what the heck could we expect when it comes to this transformation for Baelus, the sentient outpost, this whole sentient war coming our way, and what do you think the game will be like by the time this comes out? I'm interested in finding out or hearing from you guys. Like I said, I think this is going to be a part of the new space exploration, raiding ship type boarding deal, and we are going to be fighting, these sentients similar to the way we do fight Corpus ships now, but with that extra space battle portion tied into it. So but that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Love to hear what you guys think in the comments or over on Discord. I love having conversations over there on Discord. It's just very easy for me to keep track of everything going on and reply to you guys with ease, but I will also do my best to reply to anything that I think has something worthy to discuss down in the comments below. So I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys again in another video. Blah!